before we begin, just want to say congrats to Johnny Curtis, who has his last match against Eddie Edwards tonight, for Genesis.
Yeah.
And what a hell of a career.
Indeed. We don't really know too much about independent career. Like, we've watched you from WWE till, TNA, from from NXT, when it was the competition show, to Fandango, to Breezango, the Fashion Police, and then, to, of course, TNA and the System, and, yeah, hell of a career, man.
Yeah, so here's to you. Yeah, really not much else to say.
Yeah.
Nostrovia.
Nostrovia.
On with the show.
Yeah.
Me, Matt here.
Good girl.
You know what time it is.
Me, Matt's right through the night. Killing Daniel's got the size. Wheels of fury on the ground. Engine roaring in the sound. Feel the power, let it rise. With the battle in our eyes. Wheels of fury rolling strong. Together we will carry on. Southside sun, heat in a hurry. Cruelty gritted, wheels of fury. Suits obey, bleached by the summer. Can you?
Wheels of Fury, the Immaculate Kyle here. And the first premium live event pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. In 2026, we have TNA Genesis.
Sure, we'll call it that. I mean, the first, not really a pay-per-view, but the first event of the year was. Okay, no, this is the first pay-per-view of the year, yes.
You're right. But nonetheless, this is going to be a good show.
Indeed.
Hailing from Garland, Texas.
Yeah.
The summer outside of Dallas.
Yeah.
But they said it's going to be a good show. Now, obviously, there are 2 matches, which apparently are going to have another wrestler involved, and we don't know what that is yet.
Okay.
And because I got to start watching TNA, I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
But don't matter. Talk about it when we talk about it on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Wheels of fury.
The three-way dance for the TNA X Division Championship. We got Leon Slater or Myron Reed versus Cedric Alexander and Moose.
So, it's going to be either Leon Slater or Myron Reed involved in the match. Why isn't Leon Slater, seeing how it's Leon Slater, is the X Division champion?
That's actually a good point. I have no fucking idea.
Unless that match already happened last week.
I mean, I'll post it.
Because, I'll bet you it was Myron Reed and Leon Slater for the X Division Championship, and whoever won would be involved in a 3-way. That's to me what it seems like.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Because I saw usually the week before, usually a TNA pay-per-view or AEW, usually they will have the photos of the full card, or
Yeah.
some of the matches, and then the rest of the full card.
Mm. Yeah.
I did see Leon Slater, Moose, and Cedric. But yeah, like, it says here Leon Slater or Myron Reed. So that makes me think it was Leon versus Myron, one-on-one for the X Division Championship. Probably last week. And then the winner, whoever won, would be in the three-way heading into Saturday.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I mean, that being said, I honestly don't want to see Leon lose the title yet.
Yeah.
I mean, look, three-way dances, triple threats, one of those things where it's like, you much rather see him one-on-one for the title. I don't want to see Moose win the belt again. I think Cedric would make a good champion, but once again, it should be a one-on-one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I pick Leon.
Yeah, I think...
Cruelty, credit, wheels of fury!
AJ Francis versus Rich Swann.
Yes.
Well, it is official. First Class is imploded.
Yes, if you watch Final Resolution, yeah, exactly. And honestly, I want to say this is going to be Rich Swann's year. 2026 is going to be Rich Swann's year.
I can see that.
I mean, let's have him win the title again at some point. Let's have him be a megastar.
Yeah.
I mean, you just brought him back last year from
Yes.
injury. Yeah, why not? I think AJ Francis has been a good monster heel,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I want to see this.
The interesting thing to me about First Class was, I think if there was enough consistency with it, they really could have done something with it. Because here's the thing. When the group first, well, it was actually AJ Francis, Rich Swann. They were going along. Rich Swann took some time off, go to rehab. They brought in Casey Navarro. Casey Navarro was, doing his thing with AJ Francis and First Class. They were doing really, really well. They had tag title opportunities, actually as a title, so on and so forth. Then Casey Navarro got injured. Then AJ Francis basically kicked him out. Bring back Rich Swann. They're doing their whole thing, and then they got the whole thing going with AJ Francis, getting physical with Swann and getting in his face and, tossing him around and whatnot. Then Swann had finally had enough.
Yeah.
And we are where we are now. And, First Class was a good duo, if you will. It's just, had Casey Navarro not got injured, or even if Rich Swann, had his stuff together, so to speak, I think there's a lot more potential they could have done with, let's say AJ and Swann. And maybe AJ and Rich potentially could have been World Tag Team Champions.
I can see Casey Navarro and Rich Swann carry the tag team titles.
Yeah.
It's kind of, like I said, Rich Swann needs this. I feel like, yeah, there's nothing more I can say. He has had the title before, but I feel like he should get a push.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't really explain it. It's just kind of something that I feel should happen this year.
Yeah, for sure. Rich him back so late in the year last year. This will be his, I don't really want to call it this, but there really isn't really any other way to put it. His redemption story.
Yes, no, that's exactly the words that I would use.
You know, he was in first class. I think he had an alcohol problem, if I'm not mistaken. Left TNA, went to rehab. So like I said, they brought in Casey Navarro. They're going with that. Casey got injured, so kick him out of first class. We can, rehab. I think he needed surgery and whatnot. Bring in Rich Swann. Say, okay, OG first class back together. That's cool. But then it's like, Swann wanted to be the good guy, and, AJ being like, man, what the hell happened to you? We're first class. What the hell is going on? This isn't us, and then, the whole referee, I'm not looking.
Yeah, that's very noble. I mean, AJ, pointing the finger at, I can't remember the ref's name.
Yeah.
And Rich kind of just sticking up, had enough, and basically, yeah, that's how the match ended.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Wheels of Fury!
Lee Jackson, yeah. We got Elijah versus Mustafa Ali with Tasha Steelz.
Oh, yeah. A couple WWE rejects, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, Elias was there a lot longer. Well, I guess you could say Mustafa as well.
Yeah, Mustafa was there for a while.
I wish he would have gotten a lot more of a title push, but
Yeah,
it ended poorly.
quite.
This should be a good match, though. I feel like Elijah has gotten over more in TNA than he ever did in WWE.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, I want to see Mustafa get his ass kicked. I think with the cheating with his stable,
Yeah.
and not the hand,
The great hands.
the great hands. I feel like, yeah, let's see him lose something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm going to go with Elijah.
Yeah, I could see Elijah losing. Or Elijah winning, I mean, not losing.
I would like to see Elijah with a title at some point, too.
Yeah, I could see that happening at some point.
Something that WWE never did. Not that I'm aware of.
No, Elias never had the title in WWE.
Wheels of Fury!
So then we go on to the World Tag Team titles. The Hardys taking on the Righteous.
Yeah. Plain and simple. The Righteous.
I was thinking the Righteous could possibly win, because I'd seen not too long ago that Jeff has a couple of bulged discs in his neck.
Oh.
So he's probably gonna. I don't know. It didn't say anything about him needing surgery, but I could see maybe Matt and Jeff losing tag titles, and Jeff take some time off to recover.
Jeff is one bad motherfucker,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah. Not exactly sure when it happened, or how long he's been dealing with it.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at Dutch and Vincent, I feel like these guys, you can go all the way back to 11 years ago when they joined Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
You know, the new kingdom, if you will, with Matt Taven. You can go,
Well, the new kingdom was Matt Taven, Vincent, and TK Orion.
Alright.
Foul!
You go all the way from Vinny Marcel's independent wrestling career. You know, I just feel like these two guys can go somewhere with the titles.
Right?
I don't know where,
Yeah.
but it's really unfortunately that they never got their chance in NXT or their chance doing something with Carol. Well, I was going to say Karrion, but I guess I could say Karrion Cross, Killer Cross, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Triple H. Yeah. It's going to be a good match, but yeah, if Jeff has to do that, then they should at least take the titles off of him.
Yeah, for sure.
Wheels of Fury!
Championships.
Right.
Got Lei Ying Lee versus Danny Luna.
Yes, sir.
The Chinese versus the British.
Yeah, it seems as if Danny Luna has really become like a hard-nosed badass
Yeah.
since the split of Spitfire.
I haven't watched TNA, but they said on the website that Jodie Fett has returned.
I saw that they re-signed her, yeah.
So, there's another potential feud there.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
If that's the case, I don't know where it's gonna go. Like, I feel if she returns, is she going to beat the shit out of me, or is she gonna turn on Lei Ying Lee? And they can be a heel tape team.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. That being said, I think that Lei Ying, you know, I was doing really well.
No, right?
That being said, I feel like Lei Ying Lee is going to retain.
More than likely, yeah.
I think Danny is a hell of a wrestler. I just don't see it. Not right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's not going to get the title. I'm just saying,
Not yet.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it would definitely be interesting to see what they would do with Danny Luna if she ever does win the Knockouts Championship. But it's gotta be a wait and see.
Wheels of Fury!
So, next we have JDC taking on Eddie Edwards. This is going to be JDC's last match.
Yeah. Yeah, he announced it last year. It was right before the John Cena retirement match. I find that a lot of wrestlers have been smart lately. Like, okay, John Cena retired at 47 or 48.
Yeah.
Now, JDC is my age. And, of course, AJ's going to retire next year. Well, no, he's going to retire this year.
At some point this year, yeah.
And so it's like, these guys want to go out before they're 50.
Yeah.
Or I'm assuming before their body just gives up.
Yeah. Finally conks there, yeah.
So that's a smart move. That being said, yeah, this was... I mean, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I remember when he came in the WWE roster. Well, I mean, his time in NXT with Trent Beretta was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just... When he was Fandango, even, like, the channels I used to watch on YouTube were like, dudes doing the atomic leg drop. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
well, how long are you going to do that before, you get old and as much surgeries as Hulk, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's just it. Like, your body's gonna fail at some point, and the more you keep doing stuff like that. Like, Johnny is very tall and lengthy.
Right.
Not that that matters. But he, I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's hard to explain.
Yeah. I feel like that's why later on in his career, he cut out that, top rope leg drop.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, we saw it one last time, and, Cena's retirement match against Gunther, there was quite a bit of time that Cena was doing the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think it was like, dude, if you keep doing that, you're gonna fuck yourself up so bad. And it's like, yeah, I should probably stop doing that. Now, I mean, at the time when he was doing it, this was like 2010s, I think. It's, yeah, you're friggin', jumping off the top rope, landing on your ass on the canvas. It's gonna fucking compress your spine.
Yeah. And again, I can't reiterate enough that wrestling's fake, right, guys?
Exactly.
Like, I feel, yeah, if you retire in your 40s, you have a lot less chance of really fucking up your body. I mean, when you look at Hogan's career, his TNA days, he was down in a bunch of Vicodin with vodka. What kind of life is that? And, it's a lot of damage to your nerves and shit like that. And who knows what Curtis has wrong with him now. So the fact that he's calling it quits after Genesis, it's like, alright.
I feel like it's not one of those things where, what's wrong with Johnny? I feel like, in the speech he gave in retirement, ahead of Final Resolution, he was, he was like, he's got, I'm married now, I've got a wife, I'm sure they will, at some point want to start up a family, and he just decided, you know what, I'm 41 fucking years old, I'm married now, I gotta, slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as pro wrestlers love their job and love the business, there's gotta come a point where you gotta go, okay, when should I start thinking about changing my career path? Now, like we've mentioned before, there have been a lot of former wrestlers still be a part of wrestling, but as a producer, a talent scout, a vice president, whatever the fuck you want, some sort of management or some sort of backstage role.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes role. And I think maybe Johnny could end up doing that. Who knows?
Well, yeah, that's just it. Just because you don't wrestle no more doesn't mean you cannot be a part of it.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, Steve Austin wasn't wrestling, but he was still doing a lot of cool shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, even before the match with Kevin, like, he was doing a whole lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. You are still a part of the wrestling business.
Yeah.
I mean, Tanahashi is still the boss of New Japan.
Yeah, even though Tanahashi is no longer going to be wrestling, he's, the head of the company, if you will.
Yeah.
He's the one going to be making the matches. He's the one, writing the checks. He's the one, making all the decisions, going forward and for the future of New Japan.
Yeah.
Even though his in-ring future is over, if you will, his future in the business is still going to be strong as the president of the company.
I mean, look at the talent agents they have now in WWE.
Even that, an agent.
Yeah, James Gibson,
Yeah.
Petey Williams, Rick, Robert Roode.
Robert Roode.
Yeah, just
Kenny Dykstra.
yes.
Not around anymore, but like, you know, back in the 90s, you had Rene Goulet, you had Tony Garea,
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter, Briscoe, Patterson, several others.
Yep. I know. So yeah, just because you're not wrestling in the ring, you're still productive.
Yes.
And Johnny's still young enough that he can do it.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
Fuck, Johnny could even start up, probably eventually at some point, start up his own wrestling school. Who the fuck knows?
that's what a lot of them are doing.
Oh yeah.
Even the ones that are retired.
Oh yeah, look at Brian Myers.
Yeah.
He's had his own wrestling school.
Brian Myers, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
You know.
Tyler Breeze and
Yeah,
Sean Spears. Flatbacks. Nadi's got her own wrestling
Yeah.
school. You know, Booker T's got his own wrestling promotion. You know, there's several others that have a wrestling school. Or, yeah.
Yes, and these guys are making money elsewhere. It's kind of like
Yeah.
you're still going to be in the business as long as you can.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not to say that Johnny Curtis is not ever going to step back in the ring for a match down the road. Maybe he won't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be a good match. It's obviously going to be an emotional match.
Yeah.
It just, and whoever wins, like, does it really matter at this point?
Yeah. I got to say, there's kind of the same thing with Okada and Tanahashi.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. And, like, the fact that, you know, Johnny was like, hey, I want my last match to be against, you know, a guy I've known pretty much my whole damn career, my stable mate, you know, Eddie Edwards, that's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people tend to forget that he started his career in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think. Well, I mean, he probably wrestled before. Well, yeah, he's been wrestling since he was 14.
So, yeah, so he's been wrestling for a while.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, that's when he was on television, I'm sure.
Probably.
So, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a match. And yeah, what a way to go out than to have somebody that you don't. And so,
Yeah.
Genesis is going to be a great show. I kind of think that whoever, like Kyle said, maybe they had a match to determine who the third member is for the triple threat or so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But yes, Genesis is going to be a good show. And yeah, so we'll see what else we can do. But in a few weeks, the Royal Rumble.
Yes, sir.
So,
And I don't know what you're doing. We're not done yet.
oh shit. That's right! Duh.
Foul!
Yeah. Yeah, see, this is why I'm ahead of myself a lot. Oh shit. I'm all... We got the TNA title. Shut up. We got the TNA title. Frankie Kazarian is going to take on either Mike Santana or Nick Nemeth versus...
No.
Oh,
It's, it's either Frankie against Mike or Nick or somebody to be announced.
yeah. So I have a theory.
I was like, does it say it's a three-way? But it doesn't, but oh, you know what it is? I just thought of this. They were talking about the debut episode of MTNA of Impact on AMC,
Right.
they're going to have Frankie versus Mike for the title.
Oh.
And so whoever's the champion, whoever wins that match, is going to go into Saturday. Or, yeah. And I guess Nick, and whoever Nick is facing, will challenge either Frankie or Mike.
Okay.
So, that's kind of, well, I'm quite sure they said that Impact is not going to be on Thursdays anymore.
Oh.
I think when it moved to AMC was going to, was it yesterday? No. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like I said, I haven't been watching the product. That was my goal for this year, is to watch the fucking product.
Right.
But, I mean, it's doing a lot better than WWE at this point.
Meh. Yeah.
But, speaking of somebody that could be Nick Nemeth's opponent, there is somebody that just, the contract expired with WWE, he's not resigning, and who knows where he's going to go. What if we have Nick Nemeth versus the Sicilian psychopath, Tommaso Ciampa?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, look, I don't know what's going to end up with him.
I mean, Nemeth versus Ciampa would definitely be interesting. I don't really know where he could go. Whether that be TNA, maybe AEW, who knows?
I could see him in AEW as well. I mean, there's that. There, he could go back to Ring of Honor. He could go to Japan. Like, the possibilities are endless. I don't see him in Mexico, obviously.
Right.
Another idea that I had in mind, but I doubt that's going to happen, because A, he's still out with an injury. Well, he had surgery, but he's recuperating. And I doubt he's going to leave WWE, but what are the chances that we have Tommaso Ciampa return somewhere else, or debut somewhere else, with Kevin Steen?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, look, you have the fact that a lot of wrestlers like Adam Copeland, who have been in WWE for 25 years, or Bryan Danielson, who has been in WWE for 11 years, go to another company, and yeah, Bryan, it's a different circumstance. He can't wrestle no more, which is another smart idea because of his neck. Kevin, I'm not sure where his contract lies right now with WWE.
Yeah.
But Tommaso Ciampa can definitely have a good career elsewhere. I'm not looking to miss DIY, but
I was just gonna say, I wonder what, when Ciampa leaves, what are they gonna do with Gargano?
yeah, because they came into WWE together.
Yeah, when Johnny and Tommaso were in NXT together, and, they had, Ciampa turn on Johnny, and, they feuded, but, Johnny had a hell of a solo run in
Oh, yeah.
NXT. I mean, they could do that, have him singles.
Yeah, I think he could do better. I mean, hell, let's put the Intercontinental title on him.
I mean, yeah.
If you want to be like your heel Shawn Michaels, I feel like you can do that.
Yeah.
But who knows? Like, the possibilities this year are endless.
Oh, absolutely.
But yes, this is going to be a good show.
Yeah.
Once again in Texas.
Indeed.
And yeah, so we'll figure out what we'll do in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But in the Royal Rumble's coming up.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yes, sir.
But in the meantime, and in between time, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But anyways, for me and Matt, this is Killer Kyle.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Deuces.
Later.